The band Halo Circus has a new sound, a new song, and even better, a new album that drops tomorrow. I have Allison and Matthew here to give us all the details. You don't want to miss it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, all my AfterBuzzers, and welcome to a mini spotlight where we shine a light on all the rising stars in music, TV, and film. I am your host, Morgan Willett, and I am joined today with Halo Circus. I have Allison and Matthew here with me.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, thanks for coming in. We have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. But before we do that, where can everyone catch up with the band on social media?
Facebook / Halo Circus, Twitter,
Instagram, halocircus.com.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Well, okay, you have a new album that drops tomorrow.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that sound. How excited are you guys to have a new album out?
I'm very excited. Can't you
Sound a little stressed out?
Can't you tell how excited? Well, we're just exhausted. I mean,
I bet.
it all happened very fast. I think Matthew will agree. This was just an album that was like projectile.
Projectile writing.
Projectile writing.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take it away.
To avoid the vulgarities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Robots and Wranglers, right?
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind that name?
Well,
Or the album?
We wrote. It's funny. We started the album with kind of two characters in mind: a cowboy and an alien, and those themes are sort of woven through the record. And when we finished with the record, we were going to call it Cowboys and Aliens. And everyone thought that was really cool until we Googled it and realized that it was a movie not too long ago.
Right.
Yeah,
So
see?
you can't do that.
No.
So we were like, we've come this far. It really is it was a complete departure for us. I mean, not as artists, but in terms of, we were a rock band, you know, with 4 people, and this was sonically a big departure for us. So we wanted something that sounded kind of unique, and I jokingly told her, I give you the afternoon to come up with a new album title. And that's, you know...
No pressure.
Yeah, no
No
pressure.
pressure.
Yeah. Those things take months sometimes.
Right.
And I came home and she was like, what do you think of Robots and Wranglers? And I was like, done.
I honestly like it more than
Yay.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Aliens. I feel like it rolls off the tongue a little more.
I'm so
Robots
happy.
and Wranglers.
Robots, I
Yeah.
love it too.
Yeah.
I love it.
too.
Well, okay, so the single Narcissist, saw the music video, loved it.
Yay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
What was, I mean, it's a different sound for you guys. I know you used to be more kind of rock, now we've transitioned to more electronic. What went on behind all that?
You know, it's fun. I think it was something we both had in us, even though we were doing the rock thing. We both had these very loud lyrics and also experiences from the previous tour we had just been on.
Yeah, I like that the change in direction was less of a decision, and it was more reflective of what we were experiencing. You know, the tour, when you're an indie band on the road, when you are not performing, you're tied to your phone and social media and just generate, you know, that's what the deal is now. So after living like that for months and months on end, you just start kind of picking up on that frequency and meeting all these new people and different people all over the country and kind of shaking hands with them and hearing what their concerns were. And, you know, we were traveling the country during the election, and we certainly heard, like, just everyone, you know, we'd meet with people in Ohio that were losing their farms, and you go through these little, it was just...
Well, and then the fact that, like, the 8-year-olds had the same amount of stress that 40-year-olds had.
Right.
Like, just the kind of anxiety and, I don't know, competition for popularity.
Yeah,
Everyone
the internet's
Yeah.
just like...
sharing.
Well, social media's taken over, I feel like, everything. And I'm sure,
It is.
I mean, I'm
We
just like a
need it.
normal person, but for a musician, I feel like you constantly have to be on Instagram story
Yeah.
and pushing everything on Snapchat and Twitter.
Yeah.
And is
Yeah.
it exhausting?
I mean, we need it.
Right.
We need it. I mean, I wish I was better at it, truthfully, and I blame that on growing up in South Central for not really being good at it. It wasn't in my genes. I didn't have it around. But
yeah, it's made for great inspiration. In 2018, I think for a long time we were just sort of coasting in this sort of place where no one really knew where we were. 2018 is a very loud year on every level. We just made that record, you know.
How long was the process of making this record? It sounded like, from beginning to end, how long? It sounded like it was pretty quick.
It was like 4 months.
Oh, a whole record.
4 months.
Mixed, recorded, and written.
I think we were still writing while the songs were being mixed.
Yeah. It was a test.
Did
it
you
was
sleep?
a goal.
We did sleep. We did, but
we did go in every day.
Yeah.
You know, it was just kind of
it
like
felt necessary.
yeah.
It definitely
We hadn't written
felt.
in 5 or 6 years.
So you had a lot kind of built up to get out there.
We had grown a lot. I'm definitely a different person. The last 5 years were life-changing as a musician, lyricist, performer, woman. So yeah, the transition was very real.
So then that's exciting for all your fans to get to see this kind of new side of you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's insane. It's actually starting to hit now.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Is there a song either one of you are the most excited for everyone to hear on the album? Or is...
Yeah, I'm in love with Got It Made right now. And I mean, it's called Got It Made. And it's funny because this is the most fun I've ever had on an album performing these songs. We're rehearsing right now, and I'm having a blast.
Fun album. It's a deceptively fun record.
It's a deceptively fun album. What's your song right now?
Yeah, what's your
My
favorite?
probably Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge, yeah.
Ooh.
There's one called Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
We call it Pledge.
What was the process of making the Narcissist music video? Because it looked like a blast.
It was fun. It was, I mean...
Who was the genius behind it?
Director.
The director,
Okay.
Chris Raczynski,
Yeah.
shout out, and Greg Gill. Those two have been working with us over the last 2 years, doing videos. And when he heard the
Hanging
song,
out of hatchbacks with the $100,000
just-
camera
I was
hung
about
around
to
his
say,
neck.
how is that
Guerrilla
even
style.
Legally, yeah.
Completely illegally,
Gangstered, yeah, they were troopers. And as soon as they heard the song, as soon as Chris heard the song, he knew exactly what to do with it, and we felt like, yes, that's exactly it. That's right. So, I mean, and you had a friend that owned that
1962 Land Rover.
that Land Rover.
I mean,
driving that
really,
immersed
yeah.
vehicle was
Yeah.
on the freeway.
And my buddy, who I've known for years and years and years, was driving us. It was like 40 degrees. We're on a LA freeway at 1 in the morning. No
my-
seatbelts, you know. And
I'm
then,
very happy you're alive still.
Right, we are too, because it was, he was in the back just holding on for dear life, but I was
it was
having a blast.
unsafe.
It was
yeah.
so fun.
I mean, and it's worth it in the end because look at the music video.
I
It's
know,
great.
Yeah.
It's my favorite music
What
video so far.
what has the reaction been from fans to this new kind of sound?
It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
It's definitely also brought up, I think, concerns. People think I'm very angry right now. And I'm not. I'm just having the fun talking about where we all are, or I mean, where I feel we all are, but what the hell do I know is pretty much my motto
You open
these
up
days.
the internet every morning, and immediately things are just screaming at you. Whether or not you want to be in that headspace or not, it's just happening. Whether or not you give a shit about this, president or not, it's just, being thrown at you. So there's a level of tension and a level of like anxiety and fear that is just, we're locked into. And we just wanted to make a record around that.
Yeah.
Sounds like what we all need to hear. All right, well, last question. I know album drops tomorrow, Robots and Wranglers. What else can we keep an eye out for?
We're going on tour. We've got a tour. We're starting in Littleton, Colorado, March 22nd. People watch out because we're actually adding more dates, and we'll be playing West Coast in June. Keep an eye out.
Narcissist is starting to be played on alternative rock radio.
Yes.
Very
Exciting stuff.
Things are happening.
Moving quick.
Very excited.
You got 3 days to wrap up, and we're going on tour.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there y'all had it. Catch up with Halo Circus on tour. Catch the album Robots and Wranglers tomorrow. And thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And then one last time, where can they find you? Instagram, just Halo Circus?
Halo Circus.
Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
You heard it here, guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And I am your host, Morgan Willett. Catch up with me on Twitter at Morgan_Willett. And we'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.